All right, so welcome back again. I welcome you. Welcome you. Please make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. Good morning to you. Good afternoon. Good evening, depending on your time zone. DPM Orabueze made an announcement a couple of weeks ago that she's running for the post of Georgian senator. And I'm not an American, but I know that election everywhere in the world needs supporters. And this is me trying to encourage you, if you are living in Georgia, in Atlanta, Georgia, whether you are supporting fall back or fall deep and for whatever, if you are if you still have any sense in you, okay, I'm not insulting you, but if you are reasonable, okay, let me use the word reasonable, please support DPM, support Orabueze for her quest to join the people that matter, for our voice to be heard. One of the things that you need to understand is that video of Mike Arnold, where he said that upon mentioning Biafran name in Capitol Hill, every door will be shut on you, meaning that they don't have anybody there. Though some Biafrans have been manipulated to be paying one man called Elias Glasodes just to deceive you using your own brother, a man that claimed to be fighting for Biafra, Azaya Yogo, aka Ogekere, paying him $10,000 per month. Check just imagine that where you that are watching the video, imagine that you are making $10,000 every month. Do you know how much that means? Now, you see the reason why they will not want to stop. The same thing that Nigerian government, Nigerian politicians are doing, like House of Reps, senators and all that. When you talk about restructuring, they feel like you are trying to take away their source of income or livelihood away from them, because they make more money the way Nigeria are or the way Nigeria is than restructuring. It doesn't matter the color of your skin. Any human being are like that. Elias is not a black man, but he's involved. His involvement, even the so-called other international human rights, whatever, once they test this food, forget about dignity. Imagine Finland trash what they're known for, put it in West Bin to commit crime because they couldn't imagine that black people will be so daft. They are not making any money, striking deal with Nigeria and all that. They trash anything about integrity and human rights. They just put it in West Bin because they have something to benefit on. Now, when you see politicians behaving the way they're behaving, understand that you that is talking or complaining, if you see opportunity, you may be even worse. It takes grace of God to have people like Mazda Maricano, PM Samoneba, that can stand and reject such an offer. I believe that DPM may be getting her own offer by now, but she's turning it upside down. That's why the recruited agents are now busy attacking her. What am I trying to tell you? If you're in Georgia, stand up and do the needful. It's not going to cost you anything. It's not going to cost you anything. It will actually help you because she understands what humanity are. She knows she can feel your pain. Go and check her reports and her posts and all that. She constantly voicing out for the less privileged. Not that those who are handicapped. I'm not talking about handicapped people. I'm talking about people that have been a victim of the way Nigeria are, the way they have put Nigeria to be. Illegal arrest, inhuman treatment. Her platform is these days, sounds like or seems to me to be like Amnesty International, reporting issues that has to do with human life. That can any human being will. If you watch some of the videos or read some of the report from her handle, you can feel that she cares about humanity. This video may not be too long, but I want it to carry the message that I want it to carry. Simply because some of our people are, we talk about people, we pretend to know people by talking about them on surface without paying attention to details that come with those people. You may see, and believe most of you have stumbled on a video of some people labeling her all manner of names. But if you can remove your sentiment and think about what she actually represents, you understand that you have somebody in her. Now, she made this post, which I'm going to share with us, in a short while. And she also reaffirmed her desire to contest again, for the office of Senate District 44 there in Atlanta, Georgia. Now, she's not shying away from that. She's actually bold enough, and she's determined to do the needful by coming up with that desire, with that wish to be one of the contestants in that in upcoming election. So here is the post. I believe you can see that now. Okay, you cannot see that. Let me take this one away, and for me to be able to present this. Yeah, here we go. So this post we are seeing here is from DPM, okay, Dr. Ngozi Orabueze. Press release, May 2nd. I will be running for the Georgia Republican Senate District 44. There are 2 Democrats. That's another political party that will be in the May primary, and the winner will contest with me in the November 3rd election day. Now listen, Democrat, because DPM is a party called the Republican Party. Now Democrats have 2 candidates that are going to contest among themselves primary, and one of them will now face DPM, meaning that DPM have won this ticket from Republican Party unchallenged because of her antecedent in the society, because of her record and what she have done in the society, because this is in Atlanta, Georgia, not where they will share your rice and do croquet movement. The Republican Party sees somebody in her and decide to bring her to represent them. Do you understand that? Now, in Democratic Party, have 2 candidates that actually have the same desire to contest. Both of them are going to run primary among themselves. Then after, they can now contest with DPM on November this year election. So she listed some districts here, which I may pronounce it wrongly because I'm not American. And he said, my district includes portions of Jacob and Clayton County, North Druid Hills, Decote and Graywood, Eastern Lake, Ellenwood, La Vista Road, and Emory, Durant Hill. Sorry, I mistakenly click on something. Okay. I click on something and okay, look at it there. And okay, Drew Hill, Claremont East, Claremont Avenue, that is Avenue, North Decote, and Glenwood, Ponce de Leon, Candler Park, Oakhurst, and Boulevard, Memorial Drive SE, Clinton, Party Civil, Bull Street, Cinder Grove, South, Ellenwood 1 and 2, Moreland Avenue, Marrow 1 and 2, Johannesburg, and Forest PKWY, Toriva DR, Partridge Trail, and these places I don't know these places. And down here he said schools during Hill High School, that is on the school address and all that, and Maconia Academy. I'm strong on family and Christian values, which is true. Freedom, okay, eliminating home property tax in Georgia, okay. I count on your support, she said. Biafrans in Georgia, please do the needful. And if this video come to you, please do the needful. Support the PM. I can assure you, are not going to regret it. Why do I say so? Now, watch this. Because I told you she cares about humanity, right? Now, let's quickly touch light on that issue. Because many of you will be like, do you know her? What has she done? Prove this to me and all that. Now, this is her post 6 hours ago. He said, press release, 5th of May, 2026. Naked, flogged with wire, as seen with Muslim extremist countries by Nigerian President Tinubu and his wife, Oloremi Tinubu, Bianca Ojukwu, this Bianca no, using their evil Nigerian police and army. Watch video. Tinubu flogged this innocent girl with wire using the reintegrated terrorists recruited into Nigerian police and army and special task force. The flogging, which was ordered by a police working directly under Nigerian President Tinubu, Bianca Ono, and Oloremi Tinubu, that visited the White House, was conducted by dressed males, while the women being flogged was stripped naked. This is a crime against humanity. I call on appropriate bodies to investigate this crime that thousands of indigenous Nigerians and Biafran citizens go through every day in the hand of Nigerian terrorist government. In the same vein, an innocent Biafran man was taken from his home and killed by Tinubu yesterday using his special police task force. Tinubu ordered his killing because he was exercising his right to support the new nation of United States of Biafra. These killings and forcefully removal and inhuman treatment of the United States of Biafra citizens by Nigerian terrorist states led by Tinubu and his politicians shall not go unpunished. The United States of Biafra government will continue to defend its people and territory from the evil Nigerian police, army, and politicians. I am calling on all lovers of peace and justice and human rights to recognize the new nation of the United States of Biafra. Nigeria is currently occupying a sovereign state and committing atrocities and crimes against humanity using the barrels of the gun. Nigeria must go. Now, you may think this is a theory, maybe a conspiracy theory and all that. The video of a young woman is being spotted here, lamenting and sharing her encounter, what she went through in the hands of the jihadists. Listen.
So, what's her name?
I'm Kenneth James George.
So, what happened last week Thursday?
Last week Thursday, I went to Delta Mall to hang out with a friend. So when I get there, there's Sienna that just bracket us, everybody run inside the shop right. I follow them run to the shop right. So when I enter inside there, chief security told me to stand there. I stopped there. I stand, Sienna come and carry all of us go. So we are about 15 minutes back. They took us to Orabueze police station. We spent the night at the Orabueze police station on Friday morning when their DPO came out. You know, bring us out to the DPO office. So she instructed them.
You said
She instructed.
She's a woman and male?
Yeah, she's a woman.
DPO?
Yeah, she instructed two guys. They were on mufti, not on uniform. They were just dressing normal clothes to flog us. So flog some of us for something stroke.
Wait, the DPO came in the morning.
Yeah.
Like you guys were arrested on Thursday.
Yes, we spent there Thursday, breaking Friday morning.
At what time?
DPO came out. Nobody will phone, so we don't really know the time. But before we left there evening towards 4 o'clock.
But the time DPO came was morning.
Yeah, the DPO instructed them to beat us.
Okay.
If she asks you a question, are you a prostitute? If you say no, now 2 slaps for your ear, they will close your ear, face your 2 sides of your ear. She asks you, are you a prostitution? You say no, she flog you. So they flog us at that place for we to give statement that we are in prostitution, that we are doing prostitution in the Delta State more. So that's just what happened that day. And this is what she did to me since on Friday last week.
So what did they use to flog you like this?
They use wire. There's a kind of black kind of stick, but if they flog you, that stick break, there's wire inside.
Like you said, DPO is a woman.
Yes.
So DPO, the woman, female DPO,
Yes.
did this, order them to flog you.
Flog us naked.
After flog you naked.
They flog us naked. Flog us our private parts. Some of us dressed come out the naked
Jesus
squad and
Christ.
flog us. She was not the only person there. There's some men, there's other men sitting and surround us. They said the two guys who hold the wire and the flogging us, they were so many people in the office.
The DPO came alone to the station or with some people. Is
When
it?
we get to the DPO office, there's people
Okay.
sitting, like women, men,
Uh,
and the three other guys that were holding them to flog us. There's other people sitting, like the office full. They were just not only girls, there's other people in the office attending what was going on that day.
so after this flogging, what happened next?
After this flogging, I write statement that we are doing prostitution.
You wrote statement that
We are,
did they make a video of you
yes, they make a video of us after the flogging.
and say you should admit that you are a prostitute?
Yes,
Then did you pay any money to the police?
no, and just the flog us.
Was it only you? The flog only you or
We were 15 in total.
15 those that they arrested? That means they raided you guys are brought people to the station that
Yes,
day.
both some girls from the.
So did they flog other people too?
They flog all the girls. When the girls they catch for keke, they say they see condom in our bag. They brought us there and flog us. They went to playground club. They pick some girls for there. They carry them, join us together. We sleep together till the next day. They flog us the way they want and send us away.
So what do you want now?
I want justice, sir, because my life in a
So this thing you said now, you can repeat it anywhere.
I can repeat it anywhere.
Anywhere.
In front of her, people have been crying for me since then. I've not been coming out. My private part, they block me for
Jesus.
my private part. For me to toilet and for me to piss for the past 1 week has been very
Can you
difficult.
imagine? Can you just imagine? And you are not seeing this in any Nigerian mainstream media. No. Because it will demarcate the country, isn't it? But this country is demarcating the people's life. So that is what TPM represents, humanity. Please let me know what you think about all this, because so far I told you I'm going to keep it snappy. What's your take? Let me know in the comment section. God bless you. And don't forget to like and share this video. Take care of yourself. Bye-bye for now.